Well, that's my bed. That's right. In the back of my car is my bed. It has been for 5 years. And I've slept like a baby for the most part. For 15 years, I had a house with a queen size bed with nice platform furniture for the bedding. And I would tell you that even though it wasn't uncomfortable to sleep in my house, it wasn't like cozy and snuggly. So this Jeep, it feels very cozy and snuggly. I almost prefer it over a house. When I look at home bases and some of these small mobile homes, only a couple hundred square feet, I get concerned that I'm not going to enjoy sleeping on the bed. I'd rather sleep in my car. Now, I will say this, that having a place to park and having temperature control, those things are what you gain owning property and having a house. But I enjoy sleeping in my car. It's like being in the fetus. Remember when you're an infant child, you're in the womb, the fetus, and you're snuggled up as a little being. And so I think there is something to be said for cozy spaces, at least for me. A queen size bed, a full size bed, to me, it's almost too much room for one person for me. And I like to be kind of enclosed. I like sleeping in a vehicle. And that's why I like the option, if I do get a home base, also RV lot. Buying a piece of property that all it is a concrete pad, and you put a vehicle in it. Whether it's a motorhome or whether it's a little travel trailer. Now, some of these travel trailers and some of these motorhomes, in my opinion, are too big. They're not cozy. I like cozy. And that's what I'm trying to express in this video. That the feeling of being tucked in and snuggled up. I like that above having all this space when I wake up. Or even just feeling around. Look, could I use a little bit more space? Yeah, I would say a little bit more. Obviously, you want to stand up. That's ideal, right? When you get out of bed, stand up. You can wash your face. And that's why I look at the little 18 feet small motorhome vans. And, the home base thing and all that I talk about many times on this channel, that's for another topic. This topic is mainly centered around the enjoyment of sleeping in a vehicle, being tucked in, being snuggled, almost like you're in the womb, And there is something for me psychologically, emotionally, and I like it. I run a fan. I get plenty of airflow. I crack my windows. Again, in extreme temperature, and if you don't have a place to park, it could be annoying. And it is annoying a little bit to sleep in a car. The peace of sleep and the value of sleep is very important to your body healing physically, emotionally, mentally. Sleep is a very big part of life. It's half your life. Just about you'll sleep half your life. For many people, they sleep more. And so it's a very important part so that when you are awake, you can operate optimally. Now, look, I know people in apartments, houses, they don't get any sleep. So it's not just space. It's not just having a house or an apartment. It is your lifestyle, okay? It's hopefully you're not abusing substances. It's the quality of your relationships, the quality of your food, your life. Okay. So there's a variety of factors as far as getting good sleep. But as far as my house being my car, my bedroom, my shower, my kitchen, my laundry room, everything's right here. I do like when I wake up, I see everything I own. I don't have to go to a different room. I don't have to go and say, oh my God, did I leave that in the kitchen? Nah, guys, I know even when I get frustrated, when I can't find something here, I say, everything's here. There ain't nowhere else it could be. So van maybe be a little bit better, but not as fun to drive. And you still have to have a place to park it. Those are things you got to consider if you want to continue to live in a vehicle. And there's part of me that does. There's part of me that worries that if you can't drive, if something happens, do you mitigate enough risk if you live in a vehicle? I don't like the idea of driving a van or RV every day. And I don't like a travel trailer. I don't want to pull something. So there's nothing perfect, but there is a comfortable bed in the back of your car. I believe that if you have a four-door car, pretty much doesn't matter which type, and definitely if your seats in the back can go down all the way, and then you just put your front passenger seat forward all the way, you can sleep. You could be up to, in here, you could be up to 6'5" and have no problem, probably even taller. Because once you put the back seats down and a front passenger seat all the way forward, your legs stretched out all the way to the dash, you're good. So, look, I'm getting a little bit tired of talking about living in a car. I'm at the end of that season, possibly. We'll see. But I do at least want to document while I'm still on this journey that sleeping in a car, in many regards, has been good. The negatives has been, look, when you're sick, you would like a little bit more room. You like to be able to get up, go to the bathroom if you had to throw up. I've done that a couple times in here. One time I got a little stomach flu a couple of years ago. I went to a campsite because, when you're sick, again, where are you going to park? And so I said, well, let me go to a campsite for a few days. You could go to a hotel. Look, for the most part, you'd be okay. Extreme temperature, if you're sick, if you're hurting, if you can't drive, if you have to get off the road, that's when it bites you. Most times that's not going to happen, though. So, there's a variety of factors. But all I pretty much want to say in this video is I enjoy sleeping in my car. It's cozy, it's comfortable, and you'd be surprised in life that you don't need much. And we're very fortunate to be in a first world country where we have much. And I'm not saying you should get rid of, well, I guess I do kind of say you should get rid of much. I believe 90% of what people own, they don't use on a regular basis. But of course, do what you want. It's your money, your life. But the simplicity and keeping it as simple as possible throughout your journey in this world, I think it will just bring less stress. There's no such thing as no stress. Even today, for the second time in a couple of weeks, I had a screw in my tire. So I had to go to the tire shop. They told me come back. They're too busy. And then I came back and they were great. They're the good tire shop that I found. But, I don't want to ever give the illusion that anything in life is perfect. But I do want to say the simpler you can keep it on average, that's usually a better path. But certainly, look at your situation. But again, I know people, $5,000 mattress, double zone air conditioned house, and they struggle to sleep. Sometimes because they eat too much before they go to bed. Sometimes because they have a lot of stress financially. Sometimes their relationships are bad. And all those things are the most important. But I find it interesting that the less you have, the less you can worry about. And the simpler you keep it, and you feel cozy, you can sleep and live a great life, even if it's right in your car. Thank you for watching.